My cheating girlfriend didn't think I'd sleep with her best friend. I had been dating my girlfriend Ashley for about 2 years. Everything was going great, or so I thought. We had our ups and downs like any other couple, but overall, I thought we were pretty happy together. One day, I was hanging out with my buddies, and one of them, Mark, told me that he saw Ashley getting a little too cozy with some guy at a party the previous weekend. Now, I trust my girlfriend, but something in my gut told me that I needed to look into this. So, I decided to do a little digging. I managed to find out who the guy was, an acquaintance of mine, who we'll call Jake. I confronted him, and he was actually really apologetic about it. He told me that he didn't know that Ashley was in a relationship and that they had only made out, but he felt terrible about it. He even showed me the text between them, where she had been flirting with him and basically initiating everything. I was crushed. I didn't know what to do, and I definitely didn't want to confront Ashley about it just yet. I needed to figure out how I was going to handle the situation. While I was stewing in my anger and disappointment, Ashley's best friend, Sarah, reached out to me. She had heard about what happened and wanted to offer her support. I was a little wary at first, but Sarah had always been a good friend to both me and Ashley, so I decided to talk to her about everything. As we talked, I realized that Sarah was actually really pissed off at Ashley for what she had done. She said that she had no idea that Ashley was capable of something like this, and she felt betrayed too. We ended up bonding over our shared anger and hurt, and the more we talked, the more we realized that we had a lot in common. We actually started hanging out more and more, and I have to admit, I was starting to develop feelings for her. I know it sounds messed up, but it was like Sarah was everything that Ashley wasn't. She was kind, understanding, and seemed genuinely cared about me. Meanwhile, Ashley was out there cheating on me, completely oblivious to the fact that I knew. One night, after a few weeks of growing closer to Sarah, we ended up going out for drinks. We were both pretty drunk, and one thing led to another, and, well, you can guess what happened next. The next morning, I woke up with a massive hangover and a whole new set of mixed emotions. I felt guilty for what I had done, but at the same time, I felt amazing. Ashley had cheated on me, and now I had slept with her best friend. It was the ultimate revenge. It was empowering. Not to mention that Sarah is gorgeous, which makes it all that much better. Like the sweetest icing on a delicious revenge cake. But I knew I couldn't keep this secret forever. I decided that it was time to confront Ashley about everything. So I went to her place and spilled the beans about what I knew, how I felt, and what I had done with Sarah. Ashley was absolutely devastated. She tried to deny everything at first, but when I showed her the text from Jake, she broke down crying. She said that she was sorry, that it was just a stupid mistake, and she begged me for forgiveness. I could see the genuine remorse in her eyes, but at the same time, I couldn't forget the fact that she had cheated on me. And then I told her about Sarah. The look on her face when I revealed that I had slept with her best friend was a mix of shock, disbelief, and utter heartbreak. I could tell that she never saw that coming. Take that. She started sobbing, asking me how I could do that to her and why I would hurt her like that. I explained that I didn't set out to get revenge, but the more I found out about her betrayal, the angrier and more hurt I became. I told her that I didn't plan for things to happen with Sarah, but the connection between us was just too strong to ignore. Ashley was inconsolable. She said she couldn't believe that I would cheat on her as well, especially with her best friend. Isn't that a convenient way to feel? The truth is, I couldn't believe it either. It wasn't something I ever imagined myself doing, but there I was, standing in the wreckage of the relationship I once thought was so strong. In the days that followed, things got even messier. Sarah and Ashley had a massive falling out, and their friendship was pretty much destroyed. I couldn't help but feel somewhat responsible for that, but at the same time, I couldn't deny that I had real feelings for Sarah. As for Ashley, she tried to patch things up with me, but I couldn't bring myself to forgive her. The trust was gone, and I knew that our relationship would never be the same. We ended up breaking up, and it was one of the most painful and complicated breakups I've ever experienced. Sarah and I, on the other hand, continued to see each other. It wasn't easy at first. We both felt a little guilty, but we both knew we actually had something real going on between us. There was also a lot of guilt and backlash from our friends and family, who saw our relationship strictly as a betrayal of Ashley. But the more time we spent together, the more we realized that we had something real and special. So, there you have it, my juicy, messy, and complicated story of how I got revenge on my cheating girlfriend by sleeping with her best friend. I know it's a controversial and messy way to start a relationship, but I truly believe that sometimes life throws us curveballs that force us to make difficult decisions. I never thought I'd end up dating my cheating girlfriend's best friend, but sometimes the most unlikely situations lead to the most incredible connections. Do you think he and Sarah will last? Is a relationship that starts like this doomed to fail? What would you have done if you were in his shoes? Take some time to let us know your thoughts in the comments section. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled threads.